Yes. Message jenina lero ekwata ku campaigns. Nga bwe mumanyi twayise mu week esooka weewaawo fenga security tubala nti twagiyiseemu bulungi wadde wabaddewo okusoomozebwa wano na wali, naye nga bwe tuze tugamba nti akalulu ne bw'osoomozebwa muli oba okimanyi nti tension ezo zibaawo. Tumanyi nti ba candidates bali ku pressure ne ba supporters baabwe, so mu bifo ebimu oba mu situations ezimu mulaba amaloboozi nga gali wagguluko, naye ffe nga ab'ebitongole ebikuumaddembe tukitegeera. Oluusi mulaba ba foot soldiers nga amaloboozi gali waggulu, tukitegeera kubanga tumanyi nti elections abantu baba highly charged. Naye kye twagala okusaba is that ba candidates bagondere ebiragiro bye tuba tubawa, and this time round twagala beeyambise nnyo komiti zaabwe ze bayina eziba zibategekera campaign zaabwe engeri gye zigenda okutambula mu bitundu ebyo kye tuyise organizing committees. Committees ezo zirina okukwatagana ne security. Bwe bakwatagana ne security bakkiriziganya ku engeri gye bagenda okutambulamu n'ebifo bye baba bagenda okugendamu. Ekirungi ebifo bye baba bagendamu bimanyiddwa. So bwe bamala okukkiriziganya bayina okutwalira that information to the candidates, bababuulire nti tukkiriziganyiza bwe tuti. Now bwe mumala okukkiriziganya, security bwe mala okukkiriziganya nammwe nga committee, making sure nti mugoberera bye muba mutuuseeko, kubanga obuzibu bwe tutera okufuna iza ate bwe mumala awo ate ne mwagala mukyuse, ate bwe mumala okukyusa ne mukozesa emikutu gyammwe okutandika okublackmailinga n'okuwayiriza police. Kati kyafuuse luyimba okugamba nti police yeekubirira, police is partisan. Naye bwe weegendereza obulungi tetunaba kuva ku mulamwa gwe twakkiriziganyaako era bwe tugenda okutambuza bwe tutyo. Ekintu ekirala, yes, kano mu kalulu just maybe incident yokka gye twaregisteringa so far ey'enjawulo ye accident ku Kalagi Kayunga Road, ate yava ku butagoberera bye twali twogeddeko. Bavugisa ekimama abantu ne ba ending up nga bali mu kabenje, abantu 5 bafuna ebisago eby'amaanyi. Senga twali tulimba tewali baddewo kabenje ngaako, kubanga tubagamba nti muvuge bulungi. Tusaba bwe muba mugenda kalulu amini ku laari mutambule mugendeyo, muvuge gundi zamwe mugendeyo. Naye bino ebya candidate okujja oba agenda maybe nga tugambe nti agenda mubende okucampaigninga naye processions azitandikira Kampala, ekintu ekyo tetugenda kikkiriza era tusaba nti temukikola. Otherwise ndooza byebyo ebikulu byenjagala okwogera ku kikwatagana ne status nga bwe tuli kati ku bikwatagana ne presidential elections campaigns. Yagambye nti mukkirizibwa ng'abasirikale okutunuza emmundu mu bantu. Tulina amateeka agafuga engeri gye tukwatamu emmundu n'engeri gye tugikozesaamu. Emmundu osobola only okugikozesa okukuba omuntu nga ogendera ku threats z'oba ofunye. Tulina kye tuyita rules of engagement, rules on the use of lethal weapons, use of force. Ago gye gali era yes ajja kutunuza wano na wali naye bw'amala n'alekula bw'ati essasi amateeka agamuvunaana bw'abanga akozesezza amaanyi agasuukiridde gabaawo gye gali mawandiike. Issue ey'okubiri waliwo ekya roots ziyina kuba nga zikiriziganyibwako wakati wa organizing committee eya candidate ne security. Then ekirala is that root yalibadde tekubya abantu maziga oba nduulu kubanga ekirungi oba ogenda ku ground mulina campaign grounds zemugenda ne mukubiramu campaign. Tewaliwo omuntu eyatugambye nti mwampa route embi nenemwa okutuuka gye nalindaga. No. Ate naffe ze tuyitamu bwe tuba tukuwerekera. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Candidate Yoweri Museveni, some people use it for just political mileage. What of? And whereas they know the law, they know the privileges that come with a head of state, they know issues concerning the security detail of a head of state, they know how, of course you may not know, but you be told that the movements of a head of state have high security considerations. So you are not going to sit in the comfort of your chair and start advising security on how the president should move, how many vehicles he should move with, whether he can make a stop over somewhere or not. Concentrate on what you can and leave what you can't. Then somebody talked about, there was a question as to whether there is a complaint against police bodyguards. I speak what police has sent me to say. Police has not told me that there are any complaints registered. So I have no information to that effect. And if they will write to police, they will write to the Electoral Commission and tell us if they have any particular concern against any specific officer who has been detailed to secure any of the candidates. And then as police, we shall address it as and how it comes and on the basis of the material evidence adduced by the complainant. That we give bad routes, undesirable routes to candidates. The most important thing here, I echoed it. It is our wish that teams which organize for the campaigns of candidates sit with police and other security agencies. As long as they sit and agree, all this does not arise. 2, I thought that the real campaign business is at Elare ground. So why would you complain of a route taking you to a ground if you are going to reach that ground? All roads of Uganda are motorable, to some extent at least. And the roads through which you are directed are the very roads even policemen pass through, and we escort you to the next campaign ground where you are going. We have not had a complaint that the route we arrived at with the candidate does not lead that candidate to a campaign ground, and that when he went, he found that it was not motorable. At the moment, we have not yet got that complaint. So we still call upon you as candidates, stick to the ground rules. Let security have an input in your movements. Let security secure the grounds where you carry out the campaigns from. Who have refused is to drag the president using your activism. you see, let me tell you, I've already said it here, and for me, I am not a shy person. I can discern and tell that a question is particularly just geared at exerting unnecessary pressure or unapplicable pressure. I have said here that we have had several journalists asking us things like, why do you allow a president to, that a president is also moving in a procession, he has many cars. Now, what do you think what type of answer should I give to such a person? You see, we want to remain decent as we give you feedback, but we are incensed with sometimes the quality of questions that are brought to before us. Go and do your own research. What is the extent of security detail befitting of a head of state? That is one. Does a head of state under our laws relinquish power before he becomes a candidate? No. If he doesn't, what happens? Do you slice? Do you reduce his security detail? No. Do you determine his movements? Do you know the extent of preparation that is done before a president moves from point A to point B? You don't know. Now we are telling you that at least what we know is that when the head of state of Uganda, who happens today to be a candidate, is told that today you are going to be in Amorata, so far what we have registered is that he moves with his convoy, with his security detail, and goes to Amorata. We have not registered scenarios where a head of state and also candidate, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, is moving with a bundle of border riders around his convoy. But we have registered it with some candidates. Now, you have ignored all that. I hope you know that also journalists are accused of being biased. And those are some of the prop-ups. Those are some of the signs that show bias in your reporting. The other day, an accident occurred. Not a single journalist talked about it. Conveniently avoided it. And an accident was as a result of a procession and irresponsible use of the road with those multitudes of border riders. So when we see that kind of deliberate bias, we act decent and just avoid you. But if you continue tickling us, we shall give you feedback. So the feedback is, we call upon the candidates to follow the law. And it's very simple. A law, you either follow it or you don't, but always expect consequences.